Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney. With new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
Happy Wonderful Wednesday to all of you, wherever you're listening. And more importantly, happy Halloween, y'all.
I know, Halloween season is starting already.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's like the beginning of September.
I know. And before you get upset at us and grab your pitchforks, let us remind you that Oogie Boogie season starts in August.
I know.
So by the time you're listening to this, we're already Oogie Boogieing.
It's true. Yeah. Oogie Boogieing. Yeah. And it's honestly like my favorite time of year in the parks. Like, I love Christmas, but I think I love Halloween in the parks just a little bit more.
No, Halloween's legit.
Yeah.
Like, if you haven't gone to the parks during Halloween, you need to do it.
Yeah.
Like, Christmas is magical. Don't get us wrong. Halloween is fun.
It's a different magical. It just,
It
yes,
is.
I'm so excited.
If you're ever having a bad day, I can just mention the giant Mickey pumpkin and immediately you start to smile.
True. Yeah, totally.
So that's the theme of this week's episode, is we are going to prep you on all of the treats and tricks and tips to get ready for Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yeah, and we are going again this year. We're not going till October, but we're already prepping. So yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about Oogie Boogie Bash.
I know. And I think we probably need to start this with a disclaimer. If you don't already have tickets to Oogie Boogie Bash, unfortunately, it's a little too late, which I hate about this, but that's just the nature of it.
I know, it is. But hopefully this episode will help you already prepare for next year, or maybe convince you that you need to go next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Oogie Boogie Bash is a separate ticketed event, so you have to pay for this. It will not get you into the park during the day. So it's on select nights in August, September, and October. And August was actually new this year. They hadn't started it this early before.
And I think that's due to the growing popularity. This is not something that happens every night. And we'll get into more of the specifics. But yeah, it is happening earlier this year than it has in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is in Disney California Adventure, and it's from 6 to 11 p.m. So the ticket will get you into the park, but if you want to go into the park before that, you're going to need a separate ticket. But tickets start at about $134 a person, and prices go up as you get closer to Halloween, obviously. But what's nice about this is you can actually enter the park at 3 p.m. So you enter at 3, the party starts at 6, and then it goes till about 11 p.m.
Yeah, no, and it is really fun. And it's one thing that I think we do need to mention. If you're planning on going to Disneyland at this time of year, you need to just check the calendar and be aware that if it's an Oogie Boogie Bash night, you probably don't want to schedule your day for California Adventure because they will escort everyone out if you only have a California Adventure pass that day.
Correct.
You have to have an Oogie Boogie Pass ticket in order to stay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll get into more of the logistics, but you have all the rides that are open, you have all the events that are happening, but Lightning Lane Multipass is not available during this event.
And we'll talk about that, but because this is a very different dynamic than just a typical park day, which is super fun.
Yeah.
But before we go into the attractions and some of the fun program and opportunities that they have, let's talk costumes.
Yes.
Because we did an episode recently about Disney bounding, and it's a well-known fact and rule that you as an adult can't really dress up and go to the parks. It's something only for kids, and they can't have masks and stuff. But this event is one where the whole family is invited, of all age groups, children, adults. You can dress up for the event.
Yes.
And it is so fun.
Which, I'm not judging you if you don't dress up, because there is a way to, like you said, Disney bound or go cute. But if you just go in a plain park shirt, I'm kind of judging you, because I'm you need to dress up. Somehow.
Okay, so maybe judging you is a little harsh, but if you don't dress up, you will be in the minority.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Everybody dresses up for Oogie Boogie Bash. And again, it is an awesome opportunity. there are some guidelines, which we'll get into, but this is where I'm always blown away at the creativity and the amazing ideas that people have to dress up.
Oh, yeah.
And like just crazy costumes that I would never have thought of in my wildest dreams.
Oh, yeah. 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 So for costume guidelines, so there are a couple. You can't pose for pictures or sign autographs. So if you dress up as a princess
or an Avenger,
yeah, you will get in trouble if you try to take pictures with somebody or you sign autographs.
Now, obviously, you can pose for pictures with your family.
Yes.
But if you're posing for pictures with other guests, yes, that's a no-no.
Yeah. So costumes should not be obstructive or offensive, and they may not contain any weapons.
Keep it classy, people.
Keep it
safe.
Yeah. It may not contain sharp or pointed objects that may strike another guest.
So keep your pitchforks at home.
Your pitchforks, yeah. And then, so this one is a little iffy because I've seen kind of in the past where people have done this a little bit, but in their guidelines it says that costumes may not reach or drag on the ground. For example, a full-length princess dress, which I have seen long capes and long dresses before, so I think they're probably a little more lenient on that one.
Well, let's talk about the reason why. They just don't want anything catching. Obviously, it's a safety concern. And for example, you have Little Mermaid, where there's like a moving walkway. They don't want anybody's costume or dress or cape getting like caught in the walkway. So
just
I
safety.
mean, I understand why. And I think they are a little more lenient. You just need to be very aware that, big flowy, long draping costumes could be dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only other stipulation that they have is guests 13 and under, masks can be worn as long as it does not cover your entire face and that your eyes are visible.
Right. So you could go as Captain America, but Spider-Man might be an issue.
Absolutely, yeah. So we've gone 2 times previously. The first time we went as Wanda and Vision, their Halloween versions from WandaVision, and that was a hit. Everybody loved it. And then last year we went as Powerline and Roxanne from Goofy Movie. And that was a hit too. Everybody loved it.
Well, and my favorite part of both of these is that we chose costumes that gave us an opportunity to interact with characters as well. Because Agatha was one of the villains.
Yep.
So when we dressed up as Wanda and Vision, there was an extra twist to the interaction because... these characters are very much in character. And when we went as Powerline and Roxanne, we went and met Goofy and he was doing like the dance and the hand gestures and stuff for the dance. So that was really, really fun.
Yeah.
But one thing to remember with the costumes is when you're going to California, and that's the weather. So unlike Florida, the nights do typically get chillier and cooler in the fall.
Yeah.
But it is still pretty warm, especially in August going into September.
Yeah. So
you just want to be comfortable. And with that, I would also say, so one, avoiding big, heavy costumes where you might get, hot and sweaty. But you also want to be able to go on the rides if that's a priority to you. And some rides, like, again, maybe not going on Incredicoaster because it'll just, like, whip everything around. But if you want to go on Web Slingers or, Monsters, Inc., for example, some of those rides that are much calmer, but can you realistically get in and out of a ride vehicle with your costume?
Yeah, exactly.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
But the last thing with the costumes, like, they really don't have to be anything extravagant or expensive.
They don't.
Like, I've seen some of the best costumes have been stuff that people use from around the house, or they found an extra use for a cardboard box, or you order a blank t-shirt on Amazon. I mean, you can do a lot and not feel like you have to order a super expensive costume.
Yeah.
But even something as simple as like matching shirts is really cute.
Yeah.
And then if you want, you could do something a little more subtle and just Disney bound instead of getting like a full in-your-face costume.
Yeah. Yeah. But speaking of costumes, so I feel like every year there are popular costumes. So for example, the first year that we went, the movie Cruella had just come out. Every little girl was dressed as Cruella.
There were so many Cruellas. Yeah. And it was awesome. It was very cool.
It was.
But it was kind of fun, I think, for us to choose something that maybe was less popular.
And to my point, I think we're going to see a lot of Inside Out 2 this year.
I think a lot of anxiety at Oogie Boogie Bash.
Exactly.
A lot of anxiety.
Yeah. So we were discussing with the kids kind of what we wanted our costumes to be, and we had a pretty full-on debate, but we narrowed it down to several ideas. One of those was Big Hero 6. We also talked about being different characters from Moana and Brave. We talked about being the different Loki variants. We talked about going as pirates. We really talked about going as Haunted Mansion, which I think would be so cool.
I know, I feel like just listening to this, people can kind of guess which one was which as far as people's preference. Because again, we've got 2 older boys and a little girl. And then you've got mom and dad who are like, I really think we should do this. It would be really fun.
I'm just saying, we've got 3 kids, 3 hitchhiking ghosts.
Well, spoiler alert, now you know which one was our choice. So.
Yeah. But I think we'll actually put a poll out on Instagram and Patreon, and we want you guys to vote, and we want your opinions on what we should go with this year. We kind of have an idea, so we'll release on Friday which costumes we would like to go as, but we still want your opinions. Let us know what you think.
It was a very spirited debate, but we have come to a conclusion on what we're going to dress up as. But we will keep that a secret and let you guys guess. So make sure you vote on Instagram or Patreon and tell us what you think.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the party itself, because there is a lot to it.
No, there is. And this is where, if you haven't been to an after hours event, a party of some sort, like, there is a different feeling to it, but it is really, really fun. First and foremost, because I think everyone wonders, are the attractions open? Yes. All the rides are still open during the event.
They are.
You will see a lot of people who are just riding rides. And that's totally cool if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
For us, we really like going on the treat trails because a lot of those treat trails also involve villains.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's kind of the theme of the night, is that Oogie Boogie himself is the one in control, and all of these Disney villains are coming out, and you see less of the heroes and a lot more of the villains. Which is really fun.
Yeah.
But on the treat trails, because it is Halloween, you better get ready, because you're going to get a lot of candy.
A lot of candy. Yeah.
So they do have some healthy options, like there's apple slices and carrots.
Yeah. Well, but I also appreciate that there's gluten-free options too. Like, if you have an allergy, they can accommodate you as well.
I just will never forget last year when we're there, and there's this little Spider-Man who, when the cast member gave him some carrots, he was like, ew, I don't want this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's
He's
part
like,
of it.
Give me the candy. Yeah.
But trust me, you will have plenty of candy to balance out the few apple sauces or carrot sticks that you get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one pro tip that we're telling you, bring an extra bag or just a large bag for candy. The one they provide you is not big enough, and it's not small, but it's not going to be enough.
Exactly.
If you go on these treat trails, you're going to have way more than what will fit in that little bag.
Yeah.
So bring one. Even like a cloth bag is always recommended, just a little stronger and stuff as you're walking around and swinging it around your head. If you're like any of the other kids in the park, it just happens.
Yeah.
But on these treat trails, like we said, it will feature a villain. And so this year, from what we're seeing, we're going to have Madame Mim from Sword in the Stone, who was there last year.
Yep.
She was outstanding.
Hilarious.
So good.
Yeah.
Agatha is back again inside Avengers Campus, especially with Agatha's new series coming to Disney+. She's got a different costume, but she will be back. And she's very good. Like, almost chill your spine good.
I know.
She's creepy.
Yeah.
Sid from Toy Story.
He might be like my favorite.
That kid
He's hilarious.
Is nuts. He's so funny. Like, probably the wittiest of all the villains. And that's saying something.
Oh, yeah.
But very interactive with the crowd as you're walking through the treat trail. Like, he will call you out. He will make fun of you. He will allow you to ask him questions.
Yeah.
So, very, very good.
Yeah.
Probably the one I was most impressed with, like, blown away, Ernesto de la Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
Ernesto de la Cruz is legit, y'all.
And can sing, too.
He can sing, and he does.
And he gives out roses to people.
White roses. Like, and it almost makes you feel a little creepy for loving him so much, because he's that good.
Yeah.
He's wild.
Yeah.
So from Big Hero 6, over in San Francisco, we have Yokai.
Yep.
which is really cool because Hero and Baymax are there. But
Mhm.
like he's really fun, and it is a perfect addition to San Francisco.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Judge Doom is back from Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, and I feel like people will. It's one of those where like people didn't really ask for him, and people are a little confused as to why he's still there because I don't know that he was super popular.
I don't think he was, but I mean, like, Roger Rabbit is one of those things that you either love him or you hate him.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I guess for those who love Roger Rabbit, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the area he's in is really cool. Very well decorated, very immersive, but I don't know, probably my least favorite.
Yeah, I would agree.
Villains.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Oogie Boogie himself is there.
And he's
inside
awesome.
Animation Academy.
Yeah.
So super cool. But there's more.
There's more.
There are 2 new villains this year. Hades from Hercules.
So legit. I'm so excited to see him in person.
And he looks like very, very well done. I mean, all of them are.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one I'm really excited to see.
Yeah.
And then probably the biggest surprise of all, Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
From Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm like now really considering if we don't need to change our costumes to Phineas and Ferb because it would be hilarious to all dress as Perry's the platypus.
That would be hilarious. That'd be awesome.
Or just different agents and have one Perry the platypus with a bunch of different animals.
That would be funny.
It could be hilarious. All we need are just a bunch of fedoras.
That's true. Yeah.
And then a bunch of animal onesies. It could be phenomenal.
Super easy costume too.
I know.
Yeah.
So anyway, get ready to meet the villains because it is hilarious and they're so good.
Yeah. Yeah. So you also have photo pass options in different locations throughout the park with many different characters. Similar to last year, you're going to have the Sanderson sisters who are Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle Cow.
So fun.
And I think that one, at least last year, was the most popular.
Oh,
that one had the
without a
longest line. Absolutely. You will have Mater and Lightning McQueen who are going to be in their Halloween costumes. That one's always a good time.
Cars Land. Super cool.
Yeah. And then on Buena Vista Street, you have Pain and Panic, Captain Hook. And then I heard that Hans from Frozen might be there this year. I have yet to see video. Yeah, but I heard that he's supposedly going to be there this year. Then you have some roaming characters in Avengers Campus. You're going to have Loki, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch.
Nice.
My girl, I'm so excited.
I know, you are excited because I don't know that we've seen a lot of her at Avengers Campus anyway up until this point.
Yeah.
So that will be really, really cool.
She will be on my priority list for sure. And then over at Pixar Pier, you're going to have Lotso. He was also super popular last year.
By Toy Story Mania.
He did not smell like strawberries, though, when we took a picture with him.
I mean, yeah, everybody, I did it. Okay, I'm walking through as a grown man trying to smell this character. But no, he didn't smell like strawberries. I will let you know, though, because maybe he just needed to be refreshed. Maybe somebody had sniffed him already. I don't know. I will report back.
Okay. Also over on Pixar Pier, you have the new characters from Elemental.
Oh, that's fun.
And then I also heard that Frozone's going to be there.
Nice.
But again, I have yet to confirm. I haven't seen videos or pictures of him
yet. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. And then the last one over by Grizzly Peak, you're going to be able to meet Bruno.
Bruno was so
He was a fun one last year, too.
He was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, and the cool thing about this is you mentioned the photo pass. It's free.
Yeah.
It's included with your event ticket. Mm-hmm. And that is a lot of fun because they take phenomenal pictures.
They do.
So do take advantage of that. Don't be afraid to go and take pictures because it's included. You might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah. And to your point, so these characters that I just mentioned, you have the opportunity to have your picture with them and meet them for just a couple seconds. Those villains that are on the treat trails, you can still get your picture kind of, but the cast members, because it's a trail, encourage you to keep moving. Mm-hmm. So those villains are not as easy to get your picture with and talk to and interact. Right. You absolutely can, because like you said, we interacted with Agatha. But the treat trails are a little more complicated.
Correct.
Yeah. The other thing that you have is the Frightfully Fun Parade.
Honestly, if it wasn't for Magic Happens, I think this might be my favorite parade of all, and I'm not so sure it just isn't my favorite parade.
Interesting. I mean, I love this one too.
This parade is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's long. There's a lot of action to it.
Yep.
I don't know if I can say like a lot of untraditional parade stuff, because typically your parades are pretty cut and dry. You've got floats, characters, dancers, but there's like a lot more to it.
Yeah, it is. So it's not scary, so it's great for kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The kids will love it. And
Yeah.
I think that's why they call it the Frightfully Fun Parade, because they're like, hey, just FYI.
Yeah, exactly.
It is fun. It's
Yeah.
not scary.
Yeah, and there's 2 shows throughout the night. And in the parade are villains. You have a haunted mansion float with the hitchhiking ghosts.
So legit.
They are. Yeah, it's so legit. And then you also have a float for Jack and Sally.
Yeah.
And then included with that is you have the option to book a parade dining package. So if that's something you're interested in, you could eat your desserts and then you can go to a reserved area and watch the parade.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Super fun. I don't know if we have a preference on time for the parade. I mean, just fair warning though, whichever parade you go to, you want to stake out a spot early, especially if you want a place to sit, like along the curb. Benches, good luck to you. Some of those are just taken all night long. But again, there's going to be 2. So no, if you just don't have a good spot that you're happy with or you're busy doing other things, there's a later show.
Correct. Yeah.
Which is amazing. So with that, there's also the Villains Grove at Redwood Creek Challenge area.
Yeah.
And this one is really sweet. It's an immersive environment, like with lights, sounds, fog. You just kind of walk through. Mm-hmm. And then each like section has a theme after a villain. So the one that always jumps out to me is either the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland with all the roses that just kind of magically appear, or Scar from The Lion King. And you'll have like the hyenas marching by. Like it's really hard to explain it. These are light projections and stuff, but like once you get there, you'll know it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then because it's Disney, you know there's going to be special food and special merch. Yep. And we're all here for it. Yeah, unlike Mickey's Not So Scary in Walt Disney World, we do have special food that's available just during Oogie Boogie Bash, but it's not as much. Yeah. But you still do have, special food options. Exactly. So, again, merch-wise, there's always an annual Oogie Boogie pin or multiple pins. There's spirit jerseys. There's lounge flies for all you loungies out there. Yeah. There's a Minnie Mouse Hocus Pocus sipper. Yeah. Which looks really cool because she's dressed up as Winifred Sanderson. It's really cute. And again, like you said, they do some seasonal offerings for treats and other things. You know we'll be trying those churros. Of course we will. It's a churro. So that's pretty much an overview of Oogie Boogie Bash itself. But I think what we need to also talk about is like a sample itinerary for the night, or at least what we try to do. Yeah, kind of our plan of attack, if you will. Yeah. So to start off, we usually get in line maybe 30 minutes before you're allowed into the park. And so this is in the plaza outside of California Adventure Gate. So party starts at 6. You can get into the park at 3. We line up probably like 2:30. And there are times where the line looks really, really long, and it is, but it moves quickly. It does. But a tip is if you have a park ticket to California Adventure that day, you don't need to wait in that line. Right. If you leave the park like we did one year to go into our costumes to go get changed, we just scanned back into the park and then we got our wristband for that night event when we were already in the park. Right. But since the party hasn't started yet, this is when we use our time to go on any attractions or get any food. Because for us, we don't want to waste time getting dinner or riding the rides. Like, that's not our priority for this event. So we usually try to save the ride and any additional food that we might want until we know that we've gotten our priorities done for the day. Yeah, and that's, again, you will start to see the crowd thin out because they haven't let the full crowd of people for Oogie Boogie Bash in yet. And a lot of the people who had day passes to California Adventure are starting to fizzle out by that time. So it is a prime time to go ride attractions or to grab some food and look at treats and stuff before the night gets going. And I mean, again, there's just so much to see and do outside of the attractions that you want to take full advantage of that. So that's been really good. And we make the treat trails and lines for characters our priority because, I mean, these are characters that you won't normally see any other time.
Yeah, these are like more rare villains.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're just so fun. They have different activities as well that you can do. Like sometimes they'll do kind of a bingo sheet or a treasure hunt. So those kind of come and go. But yeah, like there's plenty to do there. And then as we mentioned already, the Frightfully Fun Parade.
Yeah.
We'll usually catch the later show because it tends to be a bit less crowded. A lot of the families with littles will have already left then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, come 30 minutes before, you better be picking your spot.
Yeah, and that's just our priority, I think, is the second one. But if you go to the first one, I mean, it's the exact same parade.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But your first one is going to be a bit busier.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think by the time the first parade goes, like, usually the sun has gone down.
Oh,
so
for sure.
Either way, the aesthetic is equally as cool.
Yep.
But why we usually go to the second parade is because during the first parade, that's when we try and go to Villains Grove.
Yes.
Because the line for Villains Grove gets long.
It does get very long. And again, it doesn't move as quick as other lines.
Right.
But, yeah.
So that's just kind of our pro tip is while that first parade is going, it's going to suck a lot of people down there. So maybe hop into the line for Villains Grove, like right before the parade starts or just right after it ends, because then you'll start having people coming down from, Pixar Pier area and jumping back in to fill that up. But it's worked out really well for us. And I know for some families, like the line can be overwhelming and daunting, but yeah, maybe that'll help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's kind of what we do for Oogie Boogie Bash, and that's the overview of the event, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, obviously we love it because this is our third time going, and I don't see us stopping because it's just that fun. It's just that good. And when we say the costumes are great, like some of them are ridiculous.
Some of them are really, really good.
I mean, not even if you're not going, just hop on socials around that time and just keep an eye out because, like, I think it was last year, a group of friends or a family, they all went as different garbage cans from around the park.
I remember that, yeah.
And then they would, like, sit down next to regular garbage cans and take pictures.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. Or a group of ladies all went as Madame Leota.
Like,
somehow they had, like, a bubble around their heads and they took, like, cardboard and made little tables.
Yeah. And they all went as Leota's head. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, like, as much time and energy as we put into planning out costumes, there will always be someone who thinks of something and you're like, seriously?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
So, sky's the limit on what you can do. And it's almost like the more obscure, the better.
Oh,
I mean, if you can tie it to a Disney movie or something in the park, like, be creative and everyone will get a kick out of it. And I don't think there's been a time that we haven't gone and not been complimented on our costume because it's just everybody is having such a fun time.
Yeah,
so
it's so great.
Either take the kids with you, leave the kids at home.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, kids or no kids, like it is an awesome time. Yeah. So make sure you take advantage of it. If you missed it this year, get in line for next year.
Yep.
And come enjoy Oogie Boogie Bash with us.
Yeah, it's my favorite time of year. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to check out Patreon. We have a lot of Disney trips coming up, so we'll be posting exclusive content there.
Yeah, we'll post some pictures there too so you can see our trip.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget to check out our t-shirt shop Threads of Imagination, for all your park wear. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.